Hey everybody. Today we're going to talk about my life after my mental health cognitive processing therapy training, counseling sessions. I completed the course just over a year ago, and I kind of want to give you that 1 year update, right? And what it looks like. There's a couple things I want to make sure that I cover. I'm really going to be shooting from the hip in this video. I have a couple notes over here that are questions basically that I'm going to answer right here. And the first one of those questions is, what's life like 1 year past CPT? Before I answer that question, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and let this video run the course. It helps me get the message out to more and more veterans. All right, so what's life like 1 year after I've gone through cognitive processing therapy? CPT does not cure PTS, anxiety, depression, anger. It doesn't cure it. Don't expect it to cure it. If anybody tells you they can cure your PTS, tell them to go away because they don't know what they're talking about. They can't cure you. Only you can change the way that your head processes things and your mind processes things and how you react to those things that trigger you. That's it. You're the only person that can do it. Okay. So what's life like? I have a lot of tools at my disposal right now. I have a lot of tools that I learned in CPT on how to take those situations that wind me up real big and they get me, wound tight and I'm ready to explode. I have a lot of those tools now to help me deal with those situations. But those situations happen a lot still. Listen, it's like learning how to play guitar with one hand, okay? First, you got to figure out how to hold the guitar. First of all, you got to figure out how to get a guitar. Then you have to figure out how to hold the guitar. Then you have to figure out how you're going to, with one hand, put this thing over your neck with a strap. After you've put the strap on, learn to strum. And then, how are you going to change the notes in between chords? Right? There's a lot that goes into life with CPT. That was an extreme example, but it's a slow process. For some people, they're able to overcome and bam, they're like, oh man, I feel 100% better all the time. Nothing bothers me anymore. I'll be frank with you. I call bull crap on that. I don't think that's possible, but maybe it is. I don't know. It's not for me. So I have a lot of tools to deal with things now. I have a lot of methodologies that I can use. I have visualizations. I have breathing exercises. I have distractions. I have, the ability to not wind up to the point where I'm going to explode and start cussing somebody out and just step up, walk away, right? Just walk away for a couple minutes, come back. Does it always work? No, it does not always work. Okay. It's a battle. Every day when I have those challenges, it's a battle. So that covers what has changed and what is the same. Nothing has changed except for my reaction to those situations based on the tools that I had. Okay. What's the same? I still have PTS. I still have those issues. I still suffer from some of those issues, right? It doesn't go away. Mine revolve around aircraft. They revolve around travel, super big crowds, etc. And this last year, I don't know. We decided last year that we didn't want to have the house that we were in anymore, so we moved. We moved south of where we lived before. And when we moved south, we moved closer to the airport. And now I have more planes and helicopters flying low over my house than I ever have. And it triggers me sometimes. It really does. It gets to me. And it's my counselor. I'll be honest with you. My counselor would say, hey, it's beneficial for you. And I don't like when he says that. I'm kind of pissed off when he says that, but I also know he's right. So it probably is good for me to live here, but it doesn't make it any easier. It just means I have to practice it more and more and more. The first couple days that we were living here, I had, there's a National Guard base not too far from here. And there were, a little formation of Chinooks. I think there were 3 or 4 of them that came over and flew super low over my house. It did not sit well with my mental health. Really didn't. I started getting jittery. I started looking outside. I was thinking one of them was coming down. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good situation at all. But then I took the tools I had and I started coping with it. I calmed down faster than I have before. I have the ability to make better decisions with those tools. I can not be as stressed out for as long, leveraging the knowledge that I got from CPT. Speaking of the leveraging the knowledge, how much am I leveraging from what I learned? It's an interesting question, quite honestly. I think the answer is very simple. I think the answer is I am actively using 25% of what I learned. I was given a ton of different, tools to use, but not all of them really worked for me. You're not trying to leverage every piece of what you learn through one of these programs like CPT. You're trying to find what works out of all those tools. There's probably a handful that I use on a regular basis, and I probably learned 20 to 30 different ways to handle things. So I use maybe a quarter of what I learned, quite honestly, but I use them effectively. My brain is now starting to recognize, hey, when this happens, switch into gear 3, right? And gear 3 is do this, do that, distract yourself, move away, boom, boom, done, right? So I'm not leveraging it all. I don't think you would leverage it all. I'm hoping to hear back from anybody on this video who has been through CPT or is going through CPT, and just let me know how it's going for you. Let me know if you're seeing the same things that I just kind of went over. Now, remember, I'm a year out. I'm actually almost a year and a half out from when I graduated or completed the course. I call it graduation because it was a course. But let me know how you're doing it. Let me know how it's working for you. Let me know if you have questions. I will be glad to answer questions about my personal experience with CPT and with PTS. All right, cool. Take care of each other. Talk to you soon. See ya.